the rinse out inside tonight. All right, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hold on. We have special guests. Whoops. We have big special guests. Oh. Yeah. Exposed of how fucked up the room is. This is the official office tour. We got Beebs right here in the chair. He's already ready to steal my seat. Okay, let's see. We're gonna move him. It's okay, Beebs. All right, he did not want to be more on camera. Apologies for that, but that was the Beep sighting for today. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday afternoon. Yeah, it is Thursday, July 2nd. 2 more days. 2 more days until America turns 250 years old. Amen, Stardust City Hack, #1 moderator. That's right. Like this video to help us buy a brand new gaming chair. Well, I mean, it's not even a gaming chair to begin with, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I sure am. It's another sunny, bright, and a little bit smoggy, but not too bad. Another beautiful Southern California Inland Empire Rancho Cucamonga day. We're gonna have a guest on later in the stream, probably around 4 o'clock. A young man, I believe, running for City Council of Fontana against a 30-year incumbent. That is right. This person has been serving in City Council for longer than I've been alive. So we are more than happy to spread the word of, new and hopeful people that want to serve. So, yeah, welcome in, everyone. Let me know how you're doing in chat. I'm doing good. We got a great stream coming up. Let's stop the music, and I just want to start watching this, because big shout out to my homie James right here. He's got the gargoyle shirt. Oh my god. He was talking to us the other day about gargoyles. I didn't know he was that big of a fan.
Hi everybody, how's everyone doing? James is eating his way single-handedly through the entire Inland Empire.
I am giving it a try. It's a daunting task, but somebody has to do it. And I'm glad it's me.
And we're living vicariously through you. I can't wait to hear who he's reporting on. And for those of you who don't know, James Bites Back is our member who came up with this great idea to go out and test and taste and check out all the small businesses that are part of the Teamster Advantage Network and report back to us how good they are, or bad, or mediocre, or... you don't complain much about food.
No, I think...
Are you really a good critic?
I try to be, because I also have to take into an account that
That's
my
cool.
taste
I had
buds
no
are my
idea he
own,
was
what I might
tasting
consider
food, but let's
amazing,
hear
you
what
might
they have to
consider
say while we wait
what
for
I
people to
consider
get
good,
in.
You might consider absolutely great. So,
what do you consider bad?
What do you consider bad? I've never heard you say anything is bad.
I was a restaurant many years ago that I don't even know if they exist anymore.
Well, see, if they were bad, they're out of business.
I had a dry hamburger.
A dry hamburger?
Super, like a hockey puck dry.
But
the bun was all soggy.
How does that happen?
Exactly. That's what I was trying to figure out the whole time I'm trying to eat this burger. So that was...
Did you eat the whole burger?
No.
Oh,
no.
Good.
See, I probably still eat the whole burger.
It was too dry.
It was terrible.
The only moisture I was getting was from the bun, and it shouldn't be the bun that's giving me the moisture.
All right, so where have you eaten James Bites Back?
All right, first up, I had Lala's, the food truck. Lala's Mexican fusion
Hell
cuisine.
yeah.
I believe
Love
they're
food
based
trucks,
out of
right?
Beaumont.
do a lot of volunteer
crap,
work.
Let me get my
Yeah.
They donate a lot of
articles
A
up
lot of their
on here.
money
Yep.
to, I think,
the local kids.
kids. Yeah, in sports.
Mhm.
I was talking. His name is James. Also, he's the owner of the food truck.
Yeah, we got nothing but Jameses surrounding us today.
Yay! I mean, good for you. No,
Speeches.
James is an awesome name. But we had.
Okay, Jim.
I could go with Jim too.
Does anybody call you
Jim?
Jim?
No,
Jim,
I
I've
don't
got
want
Jim.
him to be called
Really?
Jim.
Yeah.
Anybody in the family ever call you Jim?
I
in the
know,
family,
no,
Jim.
he needs to go by
not James.
James.
Yeah, my family calls my son Braden, but he wants everybody to call him Randall.
Oh, okay. Does he prefer Randall?
He does now. For
I'm
some
sorry,
reason,
we're
when he
coming in
got to high
hot,
school,
making
he
fun
said, "Call me
the
Randall."
making fun of people,
Well, for
and
me, it was always Jimmy
I'm
growing
not about
up,
that
but
this
then somewhere
early in the
along lines, it just turned
broadcast.
into James.
All
But
right,
I'm good with it. Either Jim, Jimmy.
All right.
I've gotten Jimbo.
okay, come
Yeah,
on,
that's-
come on,
it's a-
guys. Let's get to the meat and
Really? They're that
potatoes.
big?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's big. I think of an egg roll like a little teeny.
No,
little,
these are
little hand.
these are
little-
big boys.
little bite.
They were fat.
Tastes good unless you drown it in everything.
I'm more of
else.
a mustard guy.
Yeah.
Definitely mustard.
Yeah,
especially on brats, hot, anything hot,
Onions.
and onion. Oh, definitely
yeah,
gotta have
yeah.
onions. Onions on anything.
And
like
pickle
that.
relish.
Robert, ketchup on a hot dog?
I make a peppers and onion mix.
Oh yeah.
That's none of it's the green pepper. It's the red, yellow, and orange,
Mhm.
and then onions. And I cook all that down in a olive oil and garlic salt,
Mhm.
and then I put that over the top, and you do mustard, and it is to die for.
All right.
With the
Now that we've made
let's
everybody
get
hungry.
into let's switch gears for a second. Not that I don't want to see the Teamsters, but I want to make good use of my time, right? And if you're here and if you're reading the title, I went to church for the first time in a long time. I mean, no. For the first time in a long time, I went to church and we saw. Hold on. It was a special mass. Where's my little rebloggies? Oh, we don't have reposts. Sorry, I know I call them reblogs, but oh no, what is Mayor Aquanetta Warren doing? Okay, I don't know. Honored to represent our region at the Southern California Associations of Government. Nah, okay, hold on. It was press, enter. Inland Empire report. Nope. Hold on. I could go to my notifications and then go to the post there. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Close. How are you going to teach him?
Let's
How are you going
let's start off with the story by showing the sun, which was called the San Bernardino Sun, his little Instagram reel on this.
to make him understand what this is about? It won't be possible. If you condemn them, if you reject them right from the start, that's not what Jesus does. And that's what a lot of people do, Catholic Christians. That's probably a misunderstanding of what the message of the gospel is really about. I was telling just a man a few minutes ago, read the gospel again. Listen, pay attention what Jesus did. And he was still not, he said, what I'm doing is horrible and I'm destroying the church. That's what he said. I said, brother, you and I need to pray together.
For people to feel welcome is so important. Whatever their chosen faith is, that should be your spiritual home and your community. And
so that
it's
was the
not
mass.
always so easy, even though society has changed. But people have to be courageous and find someone who will be their spiritual advisor and ally.
Christ today would have still followed these people in their hearts and cared for them, no matter what rhetoric that's being told right now by other Catholic preaching speakers, because Christ would be hanging out with the minority groups that most people try to outcast. I am appreciated that I have this space, and I'm appreciated that people can come into this space feeling loved and wanted too.
All right, all right, all right. So yeah, that happened. That happened. And it was something I knew about a while ago, but like I didn't really like, pay attention to it too much, and I just was like, all right, I want to go to church this week. Oh, I know that there's a special mass going on. Hold on, let me go to the appropriate page. It's the G. There we go. Gifted and called LGBTQ. We are LGBTQ plus. We are Catholics. We strive to provide a safe space. We are gifted, and we and called. All welcome. All belong. So like, yeah, it's a group of Catholics, LGBT plus Catholics that like literally fighting for a space within the church. And so about, I guess this is their second, they just had their second annual mass. Here, let me open up the actual Press Enterprise article. All right, y'all can see it on screen. That's good. Yeah, so like this was San Bernardino LGBTQ plus mass welcomes all during Pride Month. I had no idea that the Press Enterprise was going to cover this, but they did, right? And crazy. Cuz I was just like, "Oh, this is a beautiful little thing, it's not like it's big news, yeah, but it's not like, something that should be. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the how this was published, and how all the comments on that Instagram post were in reacting to this. So, but anyways, let's do the Press Enterprise. It's due diligence, and read this article by Allison Vergara. Shout out to Allison Vergara. If you're watching, hit me up. I'd love to talk with you. Get a little bit more feel out for how journalism is. So yeah. Thank you for letting me read your article. All right. The church should be a place for healing and acceptance for all, including members of the LGBTQ plus community. Catholic ministry leaders in the Diocese of San Bernardino says. The second annual Embrace Family Mass was celebrated by Bishop Alberto Rojas at Our Lady of the Rosary Cathedral on Saturday in San Bernardino. Jesus looks past labels and social barriers to see human beings in need of love, compassion, and restoration to a family, to a community, and to our society, Rojas, who leads the Diocese of San Bernardino, told those who gathered at the cathedral Saturday. Families, Jesus sees your tears. The love of your children is a reflection of his love. You belong here. The house of God is your house. Although not formally known as a quote-unquote Pride Mass, the bilingual prayerful event was purposely planned for June during Pride Month, organizers say. The spirited event was mainly peaceful and joyful. Some ministry members, choir members, and clergy ministers wore rainbow colors as the pews began to fill Saturday morning. In his homily remarks, Rojas shared a message of warmth and inclusivity towards all, especially the LGBTQ plus faithful, and acknowledged feelings of rejection and unworthiness that they could also experience. We are called to follow the example of radical compassion that Jesus shows us. The true strength is not found in building higher walls, but in the courage to embrace and love one another, he said. If our pews are not safe spaces for those brothers and sisters to experience the unconditional love of God, then we are failing to be the family of Jesus. The choir sang messages of love and support too. When terror and fear overwhelmed us, courage and faith will sustain us. Hold on to love, they sang. Embrace and the ministry's counterpart, Gifted and Called, were formed in 1998 by Diocese of San Bernardino for Catholic members in the LGBTQ plus community and their loved ones. The San Bernardino Diocese serves around 1.4 million in Riverside and San Bernardino County. According to a report from this is just like filler. I hate to say it's just like filler. I get where the article was going, like, it's Pride Month, let's talk about LGBT issues, but I feel like this article just missed the entire point. Sorry, no shade to the author. Regara, I think was her last name. But yeah, okay, 64% surveyed LGBT former Catholics said they no longer identify with the faith. But I have to wonder, like, how much of a big difference is that between like straight people and LGBT people? Because I feel like, yes, there might be more of a push for LGBT people to leave the church, but people were leaving the church way before, it was acceptable to be gay. If you know what I mean, like, man. And this is why I sometimes can't help but think it's like, okay, I see the church is actually trying to rebuild their membership, maybe this is the way. Maybe it means you need to reach out to these people and get them back in. Because if they're there and they're willing and they want, like I think this article will mention in a second, an actual story of someone, but yeah, it needs to happen, and they'd be fools. The church would be fools to turn away gay people at a time like this. According to a report from we already read that. While Americans are reportedly leaving their religions, this ministry under the Diocese of San Bernardino hopes to turn those rates around. While Embrace focuses on serving Catholic families with queer and transgender children and other family members, Gifted and Called meetings are for LGBTQ plus adults seeking love and support in their faith, ministry leaders said. The latter ministry name stems from the U.S. Bishop's 1997 statement, which we can get into later. It's long, and I want to be able to dissect it. I had total side thing. I had no idea that the Catholic Church, they actually still interpret and write things about that, which is hella cool. So I'm gonna look into more of that later. But yeah, let's continue. The church lovingly accepted and pastoring those who identify as LGBTQ plus. Both groups, which meet at local churches in Fontana, Riverside, Palm Springs, and around the region, are for those seeking prayerful, non-judgmental community, ministry leaders said. All are welcome. The full ministry, including Rojas's participation in Saturday's family mass, are in line with the Catholic Church teachings, which call for chastity and does not allow for formal church marriage, but still invites believers to partake in the sacraments and in the ministerial life of the church. The Reverend David Andel, liaison and diocesan delegate to Embrace Ministries, said before the Mass, "Some find themselves to be gay through no fault of their own," Andel said. "It's not a choice, and the church recognizes that. For some people, that's a big step. We believe in the dignity of every human being made in God's image and likeness, including LGBT individuals, as God's children." And that's interesting. It totally flew over my head that he said being gay, being LGBT is not a choice. I find many people still making that argument today. And it's like, no matter how much you accept us in your spaces, when you still hold this as a value, you don't really truly understand. I don't even think they understand their own sexuality at that point if they're saying it's not it's a choice, Because then essentially a straight person saying that being gay is a choice is admitting that being straight is a choice as well. So if you can easily choose to not be straight, then yeah, I guess everyone could easily choose to not be gay. But I think the issue here is, when put into practice, is it actually easy for a straight person to choose to not be straight? And I think that's what they'll find out. The entire queer struggle, right? The entire gay struggle of trying to identify something you are not because you don't want to be rejected from society. So, anyways, that's my little rant right there on it being a choice. But, Pride Month is over, but let us remember that every day we must live pridefully because our entire community is under attack. We have to get into the Supreme Court stuff as well, but it's not looking good. A lot of these conservative judges are, I think they ruled I think they said that trans kids cannot participate in like high school and school athletics, which terrible, but we'll get into that later. All right. We believe in the dignity of every human being made in God's image and likeness, including LGBT individuals as God's children. And honestly, if we are made in God's image, and I mean, technically God doesn't have a gender nor a sexuality, or maybe he has all the genders and all the sexualities, right? Not to get all preachy, right? But then that would make a lot of sense why there's so many gay people. It's really not a choice. We're just created in this image, and really it's just a possibility of what humanity is able to, to be. That's really all it is. But we're not going to get philosophical right now. And Dell said the church's teachings, especially with recent statements from Pope Leo the 14th and Francis, and the rise of local and national LGBTQ plus Catholic ministries, including in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, emphasize the need for more pastoral outreach. The LGBT community is another group we need to reach out to, just like immigrants or different cultural ministries, Endel said. These ministries don't exist as a support group. We're here to build up our gifts in service of God's kingdom. It's not just talking about what happened to me some years ago. It's about healing in order to serve. And yeah, that really makes sense. Because if you, again, not to get preachy, right? But if you need, if the goal is to serve God and Jesus, you need to have your people be the most secure, the most safe, the most healthy people, right? And if you're turning away these people, they're not going to be secure, safe, nor healthy. They're not going to be able to do their job, which according to religion is to, serve God. So, it's like you get these Catholics, these conservative Catholics, and they really, really don't know what in the world they're saying. And you can catch them in how they, use different scriptures or teachings or just even lies, honestly, to perpetuate the idea that Christianity is not for LGBT people, or perpetuating the idea that LGBT people are partaking in sins. All right, Moxie Ramirez, what a name, by the way, Moxie Ramirez, who attended Saturday's Mass at the cathedral with her family members, said that Jesus Christ would have accepted, even would be hanging out with marginalized LGBTQ plus Catholics in the church. The 17-year-old who identifies as LGBTQ, see, it's like, homie, Allison Vergara, you don't need to copy paste this every time. Find out different words to say. Like, they just identify as everything. Did you ask them? I know they're 17 and you don't need to get into their sexuality, but nobody identify. I'm LGBTQ plus. Yes, you're in the umbrella, but come on, do a little bit more do a little bit more, research, a little bit more connection, right? All right. Everyone deserves to have a welcoming space like this and appreciates having a faith where people can come feeling loved and wanted too. The 28-year-old Embrace Ministry was founded by Bishop Emeritus Gerald Barnes. The bishop was approached in the 1990s by parents with LGBT plus Q children, wondering how to grapple with the Catholic Church and biblical teachings. Endell and the ministry leader, wanting to empower and build a space for parents to discuss, Barnes founded the ministry to families with gay and lesbian Catholics, made up of Catholic clergy leaders along with other connected to the LGBTQ plus community. They regularly gathered to talk about concerns and began building resources for the growing ministry. In 2023, the ministry was renamed Embrace, with its mission to listen to, accompany, and support LGBTQ plus persons and their families, friends, and allies on their faith journeys. For nearly 20 years, the group has continued to meet regularly, even online during the COVID-19 pandemic, reaching out to those who seek support and community leaders said. Embrace is a, quote, pro-life ministry, said Sunny Sanchez. Oh, I think she was the lady at the mass, and she had this beautiful pink dress, I think, who helped lead the meetings and events. She said they included prayerful discussions, scripture reading, guest speakers, fellowship events, and provide a non-judgmental forum for parents and guardians. For her, being called to serve in this ministry is personal, she said. We're doing our best to advocate for a very inclusive, welcoming church, all within a Catholic context, she said. We don't shy away from sharing what scriptures and doctrine teach. We don't weaponize the Bible, but we delve into the details and lead discussions based on that. Discussion topics have included self-loathing, isolation from others, and from the faith, being harmed by and or fearing clergy, youth grooming, and abuse allegations, Sanchez says. Yeah, see, it's just they're just throwing the entire everything but the kitchen sink at LGBT people. We are paying attention to the rising statistics of suicide among LGBT plus youth and issues like self-harm, addiction, those in abusive relationships because of family rejection, Sanchez said. Even faithful Catholics, especially youths looking for a void to fill, she said, can easily lead to sin for a kid who goes through life not knowing God fully loves and embraces them. How can we do this work of expressing love to one another in the church? We need to make our church the most welcoming and accepting. Following the Saturday's Mass, a lunch reception inside the Cathedral Hall, where ministry leaders were recognized, including Bishop Barnes, Reverend John P. Kavik, the pastor of St. Teresa Church in Palm Springs, the Reverend Al Utskid. Oh man, this is a German name, I think. Former pastor of St. Mary in Fontana. Okay, but Father Al was so a little insider information, right? I met with one of the, I think pretty much the main leader of the Fontana Embrace ministry or Gifted and Called ministry yesterday afternoon. Had a great conversation with her, got a lot of background, a lot of history, a lot of personal thoughts on this whole situation, right? So be sure to subscribe. I will be releasing like an article on my Substack about this whole event. And maybe in the future we could have some sort of, continued communication, some sort of, partnership. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so it'll be great. I think for me personally, I might not be the most religious person, but I see that there's a lot of young people who, again, like they said, there's a void. a void to fill. And it might not even be a religious void. It's might just be like, who knows? Who knows? This is way beyond me. I am not a psychologist, nor do I know anything about people really, But I have my observations, right? And I have, what people secondhand observations that people share with me. And yeah, there's something that the youth is missing and they are looking to fill it. And personally, I'd much rather have them fill it with Catholicism, even though it may not be the greatest of institutions in the world. I feel like that might be a more positive outlet, or at least a less negative outlet than any, some other things, right? So, yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting, and when we can get philosophical on the stream here, we will. Um, but yeah, it's something that I will be keeping an eye on for years to come. And then, maybe in a few decades we'll have more complete answers to a lot of the questions. So, but yeah. Anyways, back to the article. LGBTQ plus faith resources and materials and artwork were also given away. Francine Bradley, one of the commission leaders who came to the Mass from Palm Springs, said the event, now in its second year and for the first time at a cathedral led by the bishop and other diocese leaders, was an affirming testament to the LGBTQ plus ministry overall growing support, not hidden or a secret in the Inland Empire. For people to feel welcome and important, whatever their chosen faith is, Bradley said, it takes courage. Yep, and that's the end of the article. So that was pretty good. But tune in for the story that has the more soul in it. I'm hyping it up too much, and it just might not even be that great. But yeah. So big shout out to Carla yesterday for meeting with me. I hope to make you proud. But yeah, here's.
Hey, my name is Daisy. I'm from Fontana, and I'm part of Gifted and Called. I want to say to all the LGBTQ community that you are welcome here, and you have people that love you and support you for who you are. I want to tell the clergy that's struggling to open their doors for these LGBTQ people that are seeking God to just listen to them, shepherd them. Jesus loves us all, and he made us the way that we are.
I love this little thing. The Lord is my shepherd, and he knows I'm
my name
gay.
is Daisy.
Yeah.
I'm from Fontana.
So, it's just really cool. Like, it just...
We are gifted.
Hold on. Yeah. They're out there doing their thing. Big respect. Fighting the fight, making spaces for everyone. And ultimately that's what it's about. All right. So that's it for that. Before we have our guest on, we gotta do research about this guy. His name is John B. Roberts, I think. Yup. Okay. All right. Oh my God. And his hair disgusts me. I literally thought, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna interview his, this opponent. Let me try to reach out to him. No, I'm sorry. This is one person that I really think I do not care to have a conversation with. He just looks not pleasant. I'm sorry. If there's a swamp anywhere, he came out of it, He looks slimy. He looks okay. Well, before I get too deep into it, let's at least read his bio, right? John B. Roberts was elected to Fontana City Council for a 2-year term in 1992 and re-elected to a 4-year term in 94, 98, 02, 06, 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022. His current term will expire in November 2026. That's right, that's this election year. Prior to joining city council back in 1980s, right, Mr. Roberts served as the planning commission from 1998 to 1992. Mr. Roberts graduated from Chaffee College Fire Academy in 1972 and is retired from the San Bernardino County Fire Department with 32 years of service. No, you're telling me this man was a fireman? He's not giving me fireman energy. I don't know, man. This man's coming in to save me. I'm going to say I can help myself, homie. Nah. Okay. Mr. Roberts served 19 years as a division chief, including 15 years as the county fire marshal. Okay, so he was in there for 32 years. He served 19 years as a division chief. So he served maybe like 10 years of actual firefighter, like, whatever. Okay. In his last 4 years of service, Mr. Roberts served as the Valley Division Chief. Okay, so he's Fontana, Bloomington, Muscoy, Grand Terrace, DeVore, San Antonio Heights. That's a big region, bro. All the way to Grand Terrace. That's a big region. Mr. Roberts has 5 children. I'm not going to read their names. Mr. Roberts represents the city of Fontana and the following committees. Oh, he's on the Omnitran board of directors. That's a shame. I love Omnitrans so much. Oh, he was a part of the Fontana Rotary Club, Fontana Oversight Board, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. All right, so this is the guy. We read his bio. We gave him a fair chance. Let's go to the news. Let's see. John Roberts, Fontana. No, why does the Fontana Herald News do this? Why do they write these pieces like this? Fontana success story. John Roberts is the longest serving member of Fontana City Council. Homie, this is a success story? This is a success story? On occasion, we allow individuals who didn't grow up here in Fontana to still be recognized as Fontana success stories. Fontana City Councilman and former Central Valley Fire Protection Chief John B. Roberts is one such individual. John was working in aerospace and living in Bloomington. Oh, see, there we go. Okay, whatever. He lived in Bloomington, unincorporated area, when a friend asked him to join the local fire department as a call volunteer. He liked the work so much that in 1971, he took the firefighter's test and joined the Bloomington Fire District. John said you couldn't find a better job or one more rewarding. John graduated from Chaffee College, blah, blah, blah. I already knew that. He retired at the Summer, 32 years of service. Okay. Yeah, this is just it is just a puff piece. John not only had illustrations and successful first responder career in the fire services, but he is also the longest serving member of City Council, surpassing the late councilman as a past Fontana success story, Dr. Charlie Kohler. John is now in his 33rd year of local politics and has served as a mayor pro tem more than any other council person in recent memory. An article in the San Bernardino Sun about John's re-election campaign in 2022 said this: Fontana looked vastly different than it does when Roberts began. Well, I mean, a lot would change over 30 years. I'm sorry, but we won't get started on warehouses. We will not get started on warehouses yet. The city teetered on bankruptcy. There was no money in the treasury. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on. Let me just go down. Okay. It does not say that this was paid or anything for. As we reviewed the recent top brass success stories, once again, see recruiting traits and characteristics in all of them, including John. Okay, whatever, bro. This is. Give me Planned Parenthood sought a building within a California city change zoning rules. What? Okay. June 2024. In the Inland Empire region, Planned Parenthood is suing the city of Fontana, alleging its officials are illegally blocking its plans for a new clinic. No, you know what? I wouldn't even put it past Fontana City Council, knowing that the mayor, Jesse Armendariz, the former city manager of Fontana, all go to the same evangelical church. Tell me they wouldn't have any conflict of interest in this, in allowing Planned Parenthood to build a new clinic in the city of Fontana, where it's probably heavily needed. I don't know, man. All right. Yeah, there they are. Aquanetta Warren, Philip Cothran, and John B. Roberts. Since 2022, a state constitutional amendment has enshrined California's right to abortions. Political leaders have positioned the state as a haven for people to seek, a haven for people seeking to end pregnancies, putting California in opposition to the 21 states that have restricted or virtually eliminated abortion access. But the fight continues at the local level in several California cities between state politicians determined to guard abortion rights and local officials who want to limit them. Last year, a specialized clinic, hold on, let's blah, 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 let's get down. Okay. The urgency ordinance cited the Fontana general plan and identified the downtown core area as a hub for dining, shopping, and entertainment. Without such restrictions, the ordinance states applicants could open businesses in conflict with that goal, creating a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. To Planned Parenthood, that's a stretch. In December, the nonprofit sued Fontana, arguing the city council illegally added the entertainment hub carve-out to its general plan just to keep Planned Parenthood from offering abortions and other health services there. It's unclear what entertainment businesses are located in the neighborhood. I wonder where they were planning to build it. In addition of the new health clinic, okay. City officials deny targeting Planned Parenthood. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying, what is Water of Life's position on abortion? Here we go. Let's see. That's a question I have for Jesse Armendariz. Does Water of Life's core missions, they have a thingy about, here you go, core values. Does this core values guide your position, your stances, or does it guide your governing, because like there's all this women and leadership and statement on sexuality. We're just the one on abortion. So yeah. Oh my god. ABORT. No, okay. All right, that's fine. Let's not get too sidetracked here. Okay. So yeah, there you go. Kind of bad. But is Roberts mentioned in this? No, he's just in the picture. But I mean, might as well. We'll have to look into it. Well, let me save this link for later. There we go. Let's see if we can see this. Or if we're going to get paywalled. Oof, we got paywalled. That's okay. Applause plans. And yeah, there's not that much news on that. That's see, I mean, homie's name is John Roberts, and it's like there's also the Supreme Court. Hmm. Okay, let's just do a regular search. Yeah, let's check out his Facebook. Oh, let's see if we have any talking. No, he just has that same creepy picture. He does morning prayers every day. Yeah, tell me he wouldn't have anything. Oh my God, bro. July 2nd, 2020. Homie's more regular on posting his prayers than I am on streaming. July 2nd, 2026, morning prayer. Heavenly Father, as we welcome this new day, we come before you with grateful hearts, thanking you. Why is he capitalizing you? That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to do when he's talking. Why don't you just say God? Don't even address him you, you know? That's disrespectful. Okay. Thanking you for the gift of life, your unfailing love, your endless mercy. Thank you for watching over us through the night and giving us another opportunity to walk in your presence. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, come on. Nothing. Cleanse us of our sins, renew our hearts. Okay, is it the same prayer? No. He makes up a different prayer every day. Oh my God. Let's see. July 1st. As the day of the month of June comes to an end, I'm once reminded that you've done for me. I'm humbled and grateful for the gift of righteousness despite all my faults and weakness. You've clothed me in your glory, Jesus. Your love for me never ceases to amaze me. I stand in awe and wonder as I see a myriad of... Bro, it's just... He gets like one like every day. Okay, let's see. Videos. Oh no, he just no. Why does he only record his grandchildren? Brother, you can't have this. It's literally a picture of baby feet as the thumbnail of this video, and on the baby feet, it's like there's red paint. It's like, brother, you can't post this stuff. You're a public figure. Okay. Let's go to let's see. I gotta keep an eye on the time. Let's see I don't know what the org is. Oh, it's nothing.
My name is Philip Cawthorn. I'm a city councilman here in the city of Fontana.
I'm Peter Garcia, and I'm the mayor pro tem for the city of Fontana.
John Roberts, city council member.
I have a great joy of, one, being a dad, as you can tell in this moment right now. And then second, the best honor of my life has been the city councilman here in the city, where I get to represent our wonderful residents.
Bro, he's just that one character from Parks and Recreations.
That most matter here in Fontana are some of the core things that we pay attention to on a daily basis and that the public comes to expect.
It's the sexy stuff in the world. It's always your sewer.
What?
Making sure that our parks are
No, brother. You can't say that in front of your kids.
The potholes are fixed. Making sure that we're maintaining the great city that we have already.
It's all the things that you don't see that are underground, that people don't realize how much infrastructure is truly beneath their feet, that the city is responsible for.
One of the things that I have been working on with the Omnitrans Board of Directors is a new rapid bus transit line that will be coming through Fontana.
We have a lot of park renovations coming in. I mean, we're spending millions upon millions of dollars on our parks and making sure that they're the quality that our kids are expecting.
I think we're very blessed that things are running as smooth
How
as
they even
and
work
the way
together?
Development has occurred.
We are one of the safest cities in all of California right now.
Our police department is second to none.
We are building a new fire training facility, so we should be breaking ground on that side, which is also going to be a new fire station as well.
I am very thrilled with what's happening in downtown Fontana.
I think that's going to be kind of our jewel, right?
This is going to be Fontana. This is a place that we can all come down to, that we can all love, we can all enjoy. We can have that nightlife experience that we don't have to go to other cities for. We can go to stage rent. We can go to new restaurants. We can go to breweries.
Oh my God,
we can go
stage
to bars.
one. That's right. Excuse me. How could I forget about that? Stage one or whatever it is, red stage, whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Continue.
Entertainment, shopping, window shopping, restaurants.
There's some residential development coming, some commercial development.
It's a win for the developer, it's a win for the city, it's a win for the community.
A place of employment for thousands of residents to be able to have a place that they can work, play, and call home, all in one time.
Getting major projects done in the city, we have to have partners.
Homelessness is a big deal in the entire country right now.
We have our nonprofits, we have our churches, we have our organizations that are out on the street.
Yeah,
every
y'all
single day
have the
touching base
churches
with
for
people.
sure.
We're certainly doing our part in partnering with CityLink and addressing that problem.
Because we realize this can't be an initiative the city takes on by ourselves. It can't be something the state does by itself or the county.
We all have a vision for Fontana to move the community forward and make things better.
Working with my fellow council members, it's been really easy.
I know all my colleagues and myself included that we love the city and we're willing to do whatever it takes.
I feel very blessed to have the colleagues that I have on the council.
And then Mayor, back to you.
Ew. Okay. He's also, I think, up for re-election. That was cringe. Okay. Oh, you see the little picture of me there? Let me put that down here. We're just waiting for it's still early, but we're waiting for Ben to come in. I just wanted to open up the room there for him. And yeah. All right. Let me actually maybe I will just put this right there. Okay. Any more of these? This was interesting. Oh, of course comments are turned off. They always turn off the comments. To Fontana and Aquanetta Warren, y'all gotta have some comments. Like, let us comment on something. Oh, sweet. I love it. I love it. Ben is early. That's great. Let's let him in. Hey there, Ben. How you doing? Hell yeah. Let's get into it. Save me some time. Well, first off, thank you for joining me. Thank you for agreeing to come on the stream. Super happy. Okay. I think, let me make sure. I don't know if the stream can hear you. Give me just a second here. There we go. All right. I think
I'll be right back.
Perfect. Oh,
Sorry
I
about
see.
that.
I saw you were in the chat. Damn, I missed it.
No, it's cool. I just commented that, and then I heard you say, "Oh, we're just waiting for Ben." So I was like, "Ah, stop on him."
All right, heck yeah. Okay, so let's get started. First things first. I like to do. Did you grow up in IE? Obviously, you're living in Fontana. So, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I was born in Montclair,
Oh, heck yeah.
and then we were living in Mariloma until I was about 1.5, 2, and then we moved here to Fontana, and I've been in Fontana ever since. I went to Randall Pepper back when it was Randall Pepper. I went to Foj. I went to Almeria. I went to AB Miller, and I went to Foy.
Dang, all of the schools. I'm not too familiar with Fontana schools, but you know, for those who know, shout out to them, right?
Yeah.
But okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so without like asking your age, like around what age group are you in? Are you you look really young to me, bro. Like honestly, you look Gen Z. But
no, I'll be 36 in December, so I'm 35 now.
Okay,
yeah,
sweet.
I'm old.
Yeah, me too. No, I'm 33. I feel old. And like,
Right?
man, I was at school last semester in college, and I got 6'7", and I was like, this is it. This is it. I don't even know what 6'7" is.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot.
So
I can't keep up. I feel sometimes I'll hear random memes and I'm just right over my head.
But okay, tell us a little bit about what you do. I saw that you're an activist / organizer.
Yeah, so I've always been active in Fontana politics since I was a kid. I was like you can ask any of my friends, they'll tell you that I'm really annoying when it comes to Fontana politics.
Yes.
So I just as soon as I got out of high school, and I realized I'm an adult and I can use my voice, to bring attention to certain things. I've just always been very loud about what's going on in Fontana. I've done a lot of work with a lot of local environmental groups, local citizen groups. I've done a lot of work for local candidates. I've helped a couple win. A couple lost, obviously, but that's just the name of the game. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm always doing something here in Fontana. If not talking to neighbors, I'm out, on Instagram sharing city drama.
Yeah, it really is drama. It feels like sometimes. But so like okay, other than being very aware of oh, kitty.
Oh yeah,
Black baby.
I
What
got
is
two. That's Tim.
Tim? Oh,
Yeah, I got my other cats around here somewhere. I just pushed them away.
hey, at least we got one sighting. I'm
Yeah,
a big animal person, so I will always shout out animals when we see them.
nice.
But I was gonna say, like, what had you? I guess, have you run for any sort of office before this, or is this your first time?
No, no, this is my first time. I was so for after the last election, it was a big upset with a split vote with the mayor. We lost, and I took a couple months to regather myself because I get really into it and I burned myself out.
Oh yeah.
So after some time, I started talking to everybody I knew, trying to put together a little committee so we can find somebody to run for mayor. My priority was mayor, but nobody was really wanting to work on that. Everybody was kind of off doing their own things. Other local groups who I will not mention weren't really helping out either. So,
Mm,
it was just kind of me hitting people up for a while. And then out of nowhere, Jaws hit me up.
wow.
And she's like, hey, like, let's hang out. So we met up and we were talking about it, but way before she even decided to run. I told her what I was trying to do, what my ideas were.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not 100% right now. And I'm like, okay, well, let me know if you do, and I'll help you out as much as I possibly can. Like, I'll be there. She was like, okay, cool. And then like maybe like a year later, I
Mm-hmm.
seen she was running. So I hit her up and I've been working with her, helping out in any way I can. And around that same time, I was looking at district maps and realized that I was in District 4. Originally, I thought I was in District 3, so I wasn't going to run against the person in District 3 because at that time I had respect for him.
Mm.
But when I realized I was in 4, I started thinking like maybe I can run against John Roberts. Maybe I can do this. But I wasn't 100% sure because my personal mindset has never been to elevate myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've always put I always try to keep a level of I can't say it. And not being anonymous
Anonymity.
anonymity. Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with it
I,
too.
yeah, I don't like to be at the the center of everything. I'd rather help out and let my actions speak for me rather than telling everybody, hey, look at me helping this person, or how, hey, look at what I can do. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd much rather pick up the heavy stuff in the back and help out where I'm needed.
Yeah.
So it was like October, November when I was thinking about running for the office for District 4, and I just decided like maybe not, maybe I'll just give it some time. It's still really early for a district seat. Announcing it a year before is really, really soon, kind
Mm.
of jumping the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it some time. And maybe about 2 months ago, I was in my truck because I'm a truck driver.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of time to think in traffic. And um,
I believe
I'm not
it.
really, yeah, I'm not really satisfied with what I'm seeing in the Fontana scene.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, I might as well give it a shot, try to bring some integrity back to the seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you do you know, not a lot about John B. Roberts. Sorry, I'm gonna throw his middle name in there because I'm like I get with the other Justice John Roberts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot
Um,
of white people named John Roberts.
Yes, no, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why they have to come up with nicknames like Dick, and it's like, what do you mean Dick is for Richard? Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been in his seat for 30 plus years. And
Yeah.
it's like, why is my question. Like, I was right before you came on, I was reading this article from the Fontana Herald News that said it was like a big legacy that he's the longest serving council member in Fontana history. And I'm like, whoa, this is America. We pride ourselves in, switching, but
So in Fontana is weird because we have a population of I think like between 250,000 and like 270,000, something crazy like that.
okay.
And the voter turnout in the last mayoral election in 22 was I think just under 27,000. So
Whoa.
nobody votes in Fontana, which is a big thing I've been talking to people about is voter apathy. We're a working class community,
Yeah.
and with how high everything is at the moment, people don't have time to sit down for a couple minutes and look at who's running or look at their policies or really understand what's going on in their local government. So these people are able to maintain power by just by the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
John Roberts is able to keep his seat because only I think in the last election only 5,700 people voted in a district with 40,000 registered voters.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
not even 1%, right?
it's a fraction.
Fraction.
In
Jeez.
in 2018, there was 3 people running. There was
Uh-huh.
John and 2 people running against him.
Uh-huh.
John won by like 40 votes.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
he won
crazy.
by 40 votes. And the person who ran against him, I don't remember. I don't remember her doing much campaigning. I don't remember her doing much, signs or anything. But she lost by 40 votes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's like, yeah, that's just like, a couple families. Yeah. So had you not been connected with Jaws and the great things all happening at the HQ over there, would it just be you like campaigning for yourself, or like you and whatever friends would help, or do you have like a team?
Yeah, I mean, with with me helping out with other candidates, I've been able to build up a little team on my own. So
Right.
without Jaws and the HQ and everything, I think I would have a pretty good little team going. Just on my end, like a good handful of people who I trust would be able to help me out and do pretty good work. But I mean, I got lucky with having Jaws here and being able to run on a slate with her
Yeah.
and just a wealth of luck that I've been able to have lately. It's been crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it seems like you guys all have the same vision, the same, desire for change.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, we got Mayor Aquanetta Warren. She's been in there since like 2000, like 16 or something like that, 2014, or even
Uh
earlier.
yeah, I think it might have been 2012 because she
Okay.
was on council before that and then she was appointed mayor.
Uh,
So she didn't even run on an election, she was appointed.
Oh my God. And then, yeah, she just, like you said, luck of the draw, just kept getting in because, yeah, I mean, like, I live in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. Before I really started doing this channel and everything, I didn't know anything about my city politics because I didn't really have to, right?
Yeah.
I'm very lucky, city of Rancho Cucamonga is one of the nicer cities, I shouldn't say nicer, one of the more wealthy cities, right? And a lot of people don't really have to think about it, and we just there's enough people that maybe are holding our leaders accountable to
Hmm.
keep it good, but in like somewhere the city of Fontana, again, like a city of Rancho Cucamonga, there's a lot of old people. A lot of old people have time in the city.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed about cities like maybe like Rancho and Claremont
Yeah.
and the more like not affluent but more well off than Fontana it tends to be. I've noticed that those people are a lot more aware
Mm,
and a lot more guarded when it comes to their neighborhoods and their city. They show up because they don't want change, which is a big
Yeah.
thing for people in that situation. They don't want things to change because they like it how it is, and any little thing comes in, they come out for it. Here in Fontana, we don't really have that luxury because we are. I mean, in my area, I don't know, speak for all of Fontana, but in my situation, more lower economic scale. I grew up extremely poor, so I was extremely conscious of what was going on around me all of my childhood, and then well into my teen years. As I started getting into politics, it was just like seeing everything happening and thinking like, what the heck is going, like, how come this is happening here? Like, why isn't it happening anywhere else? Why
Yeah.
why are we getting the warehouses? Why are we have the biggest police force in the Inland Empire? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Fontana is not a crime-ridden city. We're not Gotham City.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
But yeah, I really don't know. So it's kind of like, yeah, you guys being so involved, helping raise awareness, if anything, that's a win in itself, I think.
Yeah.
But God.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, the others on the slate, they're all really like-minded. You know what I mean? Like, we all have a very similar goal in mind. We're all really big on transparency. We're all really big on just being able to trust that the people who we're running with can keep it together and have that integrity going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I think integrity is a really big part. And it's like, we look at Fontana City Council, Fontana Mayor. It's like, man, I don't know. I don't see a lot of integrity happening there. But okay, people vote for them. But it might very well just be a case that there's not enough people that are out there paying
Yeah.
attention. And so, like, District 4, I guess I could look it up myself, but tell me a little bit what the district looks like, what area of Fontana it is.
So District 4 is the east side of Fontana. So it's pretty much everything east of Sierra. And I believe it's Sierra up to, I want to say, Foothill.
Okay.
Like that whole section, of the town. Everything east of that is District
Yeah.
4. So above the freeway, it's mainly residential.
Yeah.
Mainly residential. And then under the freeway, we have a bit of industrial towards the south end. And then there's another neighborhood just below that. The main industrial area is District 3, which is right next door. But District 4 is mainly residential. It's mainly single family homes along Sierra and Juniper. It's a lot more apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
I live
around
in
there,
apartments.
but
Yeah. It's a nice area. You know what I mean? This is where I grew up. So I mean, I have nothing but love for this area. And I've been down every street and probably know somebody on every street. And it's a great place, but it could use some love.
yeah. Do you ever see John Roberts walking around the district?
You know what? I've never seen him in the
Yeah.
district. I've never seen him in person outside of city, like the city hall or city council.
Yeah.
I've talked to people here and like I'll ask them like, hey, like, there's an election coming up. Do you know who your city councilman is? And they're like, no, I don't know who it is. Just John Roberts. And like, I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Like, he's this old man that is unreachable, and he comes out for pictures with the mayor. He does city events. Other than that, he's a ghost.
Yeah. I mean, not that I have anything against older people. I have nothing but love for older people. They have the best stories, but it's like, come on, bro. You already retired from the fire departments, This is like your just I'm bored job. Maybe do something else,
Yeah, I don't understand why he's still there. He's only a yes vote for the mayor at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see him really bringing any positive change to the district, let alone to the city itself. He just kind of exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. He if you're familiar with San Bernardino City Council, he reminds me of Fred Short. And Fred, I guess, is the guy who just falls asleep most of the time.
Yeah, it's depressing that this is allowed. You know,
Yeah.
we should have term limits. There's no reason why we shouldn't have term limits.
Term limits and like just being more accessible. It really struck with me. I don't know if you saw the interview I did with Jaws. And she was like, they hold the meetings at times that are not accessible to people. And it's like, they really don't want people to be involved in politics, I think.
Well, they did that on purpose after the whole Eden Adamorado thing is when they changed it because the mayor got really in her feelings. So she figured, people aren't going to come out if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she's right. People aren't going to, because people were working. I haven't been to a city council meeting since they did that because I'm at work. I'm in traffic in LA at 2 o'clock. I can't be there. I can send in emails and letters, but I can't be there in person
Yeah.
to, flip anybody off.
Or, make a statement or something.
That is a statement.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that too.
Go ahead.
And you were talking about the comments. Comments off on everything.
Yeah.
I feel partially responsible for that because so when the taco cart fiasco was going on,
Okay.
people were commenting on Aquanetta's page and the city page,
Uh-huh.
and comments were getting deleted. So you would go to a post and it would say like 60 comments, and you would go look and it'd be gone. So what I was doing was screenshotting all the comments and printing them out, and I would show up to the city council meeting with a stack of papers, and I would give them to Aquanetta, be like, "This is what you're deleting."
Yeah.
And then a week after that is when they turned off all the comments.
Oh
They
my
said,
God, no way.
yeah, they said it was because people were threatening and wishing violence, but nowhere in those comments were people threatening violence. They were simply telling her she was doing a bad job.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's like, how else are you supposed to connect with her? I mean, I guess you could try to call her office, but it's just like in today's day and age, like we have big news organizations moving to social media because that's where the eyes are. That's oh yay, baby again. Sorry. Is that the same Tim?
Yeah, it's Tim. He likes to monkey around.
Oh yeah, no. My orange cat, he's always running on the headboard while I'm sleeping and it's terrible. But yeah, same stuff like that. So but anyways, yeah, the comments being off, it's like I don't know. I don't like it's kind of crazy because I have the feeling, and I'm not going to, make any assumptions, but it feels like Mayor Aquanetta Warren is pretty conservative, right? I think she got some donations from the GOP. Yeah.
No, her bestie is the head of the San Bernardino County GOP, and his son is on the council.
Wait, who's his son? Who's his son?
District Councilman number 1, District 1 Council Member Philip Cothran Jr.
Oh,
His father is Philip Cothran Sr., who is the head of the San Bernardino County GOP.
Bro, they're all
So
connected.
they
Okay.
are all connected. Yes.
Okay.
So he's also up for re-election. So we're hoping we can get 2 seats and a mayoral seat this year. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed for sure. Who's running against Mr. Cothran or whatever his name is?
At the moment, I'm not 100%.
Oh.
I think there's someone, but I don't know if I'm able to say not or not.
Okay. No
at the
worries.
moment.
That's okay. I'll look it up on my own later, but yeah, so crazy comments being turned off, meetings being held at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And well, I guess like really, I wonder what their strategy is, because clearly the strategy of the past to win was to just do nothing, right?
So I've seen a lot more movement than I would normally see at this time of the year for them, because normally Aquanetta waits until maybe a month and a half before the election to start putting signs up and start talking about it, because she won't mention it at all, because my theory is that if she doesn't say anything, people aren't going to know it's happening until she says, "Oh, well, there's an election coming up. Everybody get ready." So
Yeah.
I've been hearing just from the grapevine that she's been going to places and talking about re-election and talking about other people running and this and this. a lot sooner than she would normally do it. So I think the attention Jaws is getting is kind of scaring her,
Yeah.
which I think is wonderful because
Yeah.
I've spent years and years combating this woman. She knows me by name. She knows me personally.
Wow. Okay.
She'll see me in the street and she'll like wave to me with that little grin she does. And
Yeah.
she knows it pisses me off. I get so at the I have these pins. Oh, I wish I had a pin on me, but it's a picture of Aquanetta and it has a strike through it that says "Vote her out."
Mm.
And every time I see her, I hand her one. And
Oh
I
no.
was I was at a night market like 2 months ago, and she was walking around, on live doing her Facebook thing. And I walk up behind her and I tap her on the shoulder. She turns around. She's like, "Oh, hey, Ben," and I give her one. And she puts it in her hand. She puts it on the floor and she steps on it. And I walk away like,
And she did that like
"Mm."
visible on the live?
No,
Or
I think she just turned it off. Like I didn't want to
mm.
go on her live. So after
Oh,
she
okay.
turned it off is
Okay.
when I went up to her. But yeah,
Okay.
she put it on the ground and she stepped on it.
Ay,
She
ay, ay.
knows the animosity from the community.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? I mean, I don't know if you seen the video. It was a live video that was being passed around where she went to I think it was Kaiser or Fohai during a
Mm.
game, and
Mhm.
she had a big check. And like they did like halftime or whatever. She walked up to the crowd with this big check and she was gonna announce it, whatever, and everybody booed her.
Oh
Like it
my
was just
god.
booing. And
Beautiful.
she's like, "What? Stop that. Oh, you stop that. You don't need to be doing that."
Oh
And
my
people were
god.
just booing her.
Nope.
Uh,
Nope. Rule number 1 of oh, Kitty, there's again. Love it. Sorry.
it's
Rule number
okay.
1 of getting booed, don't acknowledge that you're getting booed, you
Don't
know?
acknowledge it. Yeah.
So,
She knows her time is up. And the last election we were super close. And I'm hoping that now that we're really organized and now that
mhm.
we're really putting in the work, we have a real chance this year for at the very least getting her out of there.
Yeah.
And then once the head's gone, the rest of the body will fall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. Even though I feel like are you a fan of Harry Potter?
I mean,
Or do you
I'm a
know of Harry
35-year-old, so
Potter?
yeah, you kind of have to be. We all grew up with it. The author, you can separate the art from the
Yes,
artist.
yes.
Yes.
I was just gonna say I feel like maybe Mayor Warren has a couple of Horcruxes around, and one of those is
Yeah,
in Jesse
one of those.
Armendaris's
Yeah, Jesse
affordability.
Armendariz. Yeah, and that and the Water of Life. That's another
Yeah,
Horcrux of
I
her.
know. She'll retire and then oh, but I just found out, I've been doing a little research on Water of Life. They don't actually allow women in leadership positions. So it's kind
That
of contradictory. I wonder if that faith believes that a woman can be in a leadership position such as mayor.
uh, uh, I don't know about that, but did you find the part where the lead the I think it's the two guys who started it got indicted for indicted by the FBI for stealing from the parishioners?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no. I'll have to look
Yeah,
into
it's I
that.
think it started in the OC, and a couple years into them being a church, they got indicted by the FBI for embezzlement. And then they
Mhm.
moved out here, and the former mayor of Fontana, Mark Nuwami, is
Yeah.
the CFO of
Of
Water of Life.
yeah. And
So
then
he's in
the
charge of the money, and Aquanet is in charge of giving them the money, along with Armendariz.
yeah.
It's a vicious circle. It's a vicious circle.
It really is, and, yeah, it's like, we gotta raise awareness about it. It's like, this is the only way, so, big shout out to you guys, like, doing the work social media. I'm sure you're out there door knocking too. Yeah? How's well, other than people, like, not knowing that who their council member is, how has the reception been? Like, do you feel like people are
Oh,
gonna
Oh yeah, it's been overwhelmingly positive. I haven't met anybody who's been even slightly resistant. I think everybody's ready for change, and it's just a matter of voting for someone who can represent that change in a positive light. Honestly, anybody who I've talked to who has even the slightest awareness of what's going on in Fontana is 100% on board with getting them out of office and starting, fresh. You know,
Yeah.
starting from zero again so we can rebuild everything that they've destroyed pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think, and this is kind of a deeper question, so feel free to, pass if you want. Do you think that there it really is that broken? You know, that I don't want to be like there's fixable, but I know that maybe there might be some voters out there that are like, well, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, right?
Yeah, well, from my perspective, we have a pretty good starting point,
Okay.
right? Not everything is completely in shambles.
Yeah.
Obviously, the city's still running, but the policies in place are meant to serve a certain group,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And a certain area of Fontana.
Yeah.
So, what I think is what we need is a strong rearrangement of how things are going.
Yeah.
We need to have just a period of time where we can deconstruct it and then put it back together so that it works equally for everybody in the city. You know what I mean? Like like the budget. We can work on the budget so it's not so heavily favored towards the police department.
Yeah.
They get 60% of the budget right now, which is crazy for a city that really isn't dangerous to the point where our PD needs a tank. So
No,
I really
wait. There's
yeah, we have those MCATs, which is like the armored Hummers with a sound
Oh,
cannon on it.
with the
And then
no, the thing
yeah,
that's
they have sound can
illegal by the Geneva
yeah.
Convention, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
I really think that if we can just have the opportunity to restructure the budget, we can reinvest in the community, we can support small businesses, we can what I really want to do is create groups with qualified people to handle mental health issues and mental health calls and our houseless neighbors.
Yeah.
These are things that police don't need to be on the streets for. They
No.
when they show up, they only tend to exacerbate the issues. So if we can have people out here who are qualified to work for these situations, who are able to relate and help these people in need without resorting to handcuffing them, embarrassing them, or demeaning them in any real way.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, th- yeah,
harming them. It sucks to be put in
yes,
handcuffs for sure,
yeah.
so there's no
Especially
reason.
when you live on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna take them to jail and they're gonna bring them back out, and they're just gonna be in the same place so they can get harassed again.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. They they're touting that warehouse to shelter. I don't know if you've seen that
I did.
lately.
I was going to ask you about that.
So
But go ahead.
that I believe, in my personal opinion, is all propaganda.
Mm,
A couple years ago, the city got a grant for a homeless shelter
yeah.
that did not exist. And I don't know where that money went. It was like
Huh.
a $500,000 grant or something crazy like that for a homeless shelter that did not exist. And then out of nowhere, this pops up. Like, I think that was like 5 years ago. And now this pops up right during election season. You know what I mean? After they voted to give, I think, like $3 million to the church because the church has a ranch in the high desert that they send
Yeah.
homeless people to,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
rehab.
it's like a rehab
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So the city voted to give them like a couple million over a certain amount of time, along
Mhm.
with the money that they give to the City Link to help homeless people through their program. And then out of nowhere, this gets funding
New.
for the
Yeah.
cat. Yeah, just out of nowhere. Like
So,
I've done a bit of research when the City Link first started up. After the first year, I went to council and I asked them, how many people have you helped?
oh
Like this
man.
this is such a grand thing. How many people have you helped? Because I did the research, so I knew.
Mhm.
And it was, I think, 8 people. They
Man.
they
$3
were
million
they were
dollars?
yeah, the pastor was there and he was patting himself on the back for doing such a great job. And they helped 8 people in 1 year.
Yeah.
Uh, I got into an argument with the pastor in the lobby and I ended up getting kicked out of city council.
Man.
But I mean, where's all that money going? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. It's very concerning, and it's like this new warehouse slash shelter is a like collaboration between all the West End cities, right?
Mhm.
And my first initial thought was like, okay, so we're gonna take all the homeless or unhoused people that are in these cities and kick them to Fontana. and now it's like Fontana's problem.
Yeah, that was another thing that I was concerned about too, because one, we do have homeless people. Obviously, we have homeless people on the street, but it's not a crazy amount of homeless people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have hordes of people just sleeping on the street.
Yeah.
Over here on Valley, you see a couple every now and then, and they move around, and that's what homeless people do. But in Rancho, you don't really see homeless people.
Nope.
You see some in Ontario because Holt is historically a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
But I mean, then them putting all these people into a bus and shipping them to Fontana, and then I don't know if you've seen the commercial they did for it on the news or whatever, but they're like, there's going to be armed guards, so you can't just come and go whenever you please. It's like, what, was this a prison or is
It's
this a homeless shelter? What the heck is going
voluntary
on?
prison.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Oh
Like
my
they're
gosh.
going about this all wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's honestly, I believe it's a propaganda piece.
Yeah.
It's not even going to be open until next November.
Yeah.
So
And
they're hyping it up now.
It was supposed to be
But
open, I think, this year or something.
yeah,
But it got
something
pushed
like that.
back. So
Yeah,
but,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
Aquanetta did this last time, although it wasn't a homeless shelter. We had been advocating for a park in the South Side, a park and a dog park.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
going to council for months talking about this because people in the South Side wanted a park because we didn't have a park around here, and people in Southridge wanted a dog park because they didn't have a dog park. So we were at council hounding them week after week, talking about it. We were bringing people out to talk about it, and then just before election time, the mayor approves a park, and we get that South Fontana Park that's in between all those warehouses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have real grass. It has AstroTurf.
No.
It has almost no shade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gated, so they lock it at night. I don't understand. Like, it's so anti-homeless. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To lock a park.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, especially if it's just your own community. Why are you going to restrict this from your own community? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Quick side note on the parks. I love how Jaws is gonna do the park tour. I kind of was like low key. I was like, I kind of want to be a groupie and show up at every park, but I just don't have the time.
Come out.
So
Well,
I
come out
will.
when
I
you have the
will.
time,
I
yeah.
will pick a park to come.
Yeah.
Any suggestions? Well,
Well, the first one
what's your
the first
favorite
one we're
park?
doing- the first one we're doing is my favorite park. It's
Ah.
right here in my district. It's Veterans Park.
Okay.
Right here off of, what is that? Arrow and Palmetto, I think it is. Palmetto or Mango. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my favorite park. That's the park where I met my stepdad.
Oh wow.
So like I have a ton of like really good memories at that park, and I'm really happy that that's the first one we're gonna do it at. So we're gonna be out there. We're gonna have a coffee stand from 505 Coffee. They're gonna come out and they're gonna be giving out coffee. Then we're gonna have, I believe, bandulce
Ooh.
too.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna have, what is it? Cafecito? I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know. What is it called? Is it called Cafecito?
Yeah, but there is a new store that opened up in Rancho Cucamonga called Cafecito.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw them tagged in the post, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh man, yeah, it's
but-
gonna be great. I hope we get a good turnout.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that'll be the one I'll have to go to, but
Oh well, that's this Saturday. I don't know if you'd be free. It's 4th of
yeah,
July.
that's right. It is 4th of July. Man, how you feeling about 4th of July? No comment? That's fine.
I mean, I'm not really a big fan of fireworks. I've never really been a big fan of fireworks, and politically, I'm not a big fan of 4th of July.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of commonplace. People aren't really into the ideas or the history behind 4th of July. People like to celebrate it with their families. It's a great holiday to, have the day off or whatever. But I've never really been a big 4th of July guy.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm a California Indian. We're Chumash Indians.
Really? Okay,
So,
I was gonna ask,
Yeah, so
but
there's kind of, that kind of factors into it too.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not really big on 4th of July.
No,
Yeah.
I totally get it. I only really ask because that was kind of the thing, is that fireworks were banned in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. So I would every 4th of July or whatever when I was a kid, all the fireworks would be happening in Fontana and we'd go over to their
Oh
houses.
yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
kick everything to Fontana, like y'all don't care.
Yeah, my stepdad loved Fourth of July. He would always go get the crazy fireworks,
Oh yeah.
and they'd always do a big thing. But I would be inside like a scared, like, I was not a big fan of loud noises. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty to watch if it's on mute, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be out there hanging out. Yeah, I'm not really into it.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have any other questions for you, but I'm down to keep conversing if you want to, talk about your
Yeah.
plans, your, you know, like I mean, we already talked about the district. You said it's mostly single family housing and some apartments. Um, do you have like a vision for the future of Fontana, vision for the future of your district?
Normally I don't think that far out ahead. I like to be, you know, in present.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if I were to dream of a fantasy, it would be of an affordable Fontana.
Yeah.
Something we can all be proud of. Because all of the people that I know growing up have like been priced out, so they've either left Fontana or they live with their parents,
Yeah.
and it sucks when you grow up with people down the street and then one by one they start disappearing, and you're one of the only people left, but only
Mm-hmm.
because you're hard-headed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only here because I refuse to be beaten.
Mm-hmm.
I, I've my first apartment was in Riverside.
Mm.
I moved out when I was 19, and I got an apartment in Riverside. It was a one bedroom for $600.
Whoa. What year
Yeah.
was that, bro? That's
um,
like I only remember seeing like rooms for rent for that
that
price.
was 2011.
Damn.
I'm dating
Yeah.
myself here, but yeah, that
That's
was like
okay.
2011. And like, I was a young guy, so I wanted to go out and see the world, which is Riverside. Then came
Yeah.
back to Fontana, and kind of been here ever since. And I don't know, it's just like, all of my family is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my little sister, she lives up in Mendocino County, so she's 9 hours away.
Yeah, that's hard.
um yeah, my stepdad lives in Chino. My mom lives in Covina. um my biological dad's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So that side of the family, they all live in Central Valley and like Santa Barbara. So like, everybody's like really far away, and it's just kind of me here with a little group of, people I've managed to keep around me.
A little bit of found family.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I prize found family over blood. Honestly,
Yeah.
with the journey that I've been on, it's a lot easier to keep found family around
Yeah.
than it is to indulge in
Yup.
other people's vices.
Yeah, yeah. Conditional love, maybe, isn't it?
Yes,
So,
that's a very good phrase. Yes.
but yeah, so you're a truck driver, right? But
Yeah.
what like okay, so for people who are like, what you don't have any experience, how are you going to be on city council other than your vast political knowledge, which seems like a lot? um what do
Um,
you bring to the table? I guess I'm trying to ask, right?
Common sense.
Common
Honestly,
sense.
I don't think you need a PhD to be on city council,
No.
and you just need common sense and common decency, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Um, I know what's right and wrong, and I don't need I don't need a book to tell me what's right and wrong. I understand how bad things are and how good things can be, and honestly, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's meeting with the people in your community. It's talking with your neighbors. It's understanding what they want. Because, like, at the end of the day, when I win, um, I'm not there for my opinions. You know what I mean? Like 100%, I'm not there to serve Ben.
Yeah.
I am, as I have been my entire time doing any political advocacy or any community work or anything here, like, I am just here to help.
Yeah.
So if I can help elevate the community over myself, I will 100% do it every time. If I could have everybody in the community talk to me every day and figure out, you know, what's the best way to go about this issue, that's how we're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Just
It's like
straight up
it's
direct democracy in a way.
democratic rule.
Yeah.
That's what this country was founded on.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like that's the only way to go about it. Our elected leaders, they forgot who they serve. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't understand that we pay their bills and we put them in that seat.
Yeah.
So they get in there and their egos inflate. I did a little video earlier while I was on break at work about ego, and I was thinking about how inflated people get when they get into campaign races and when they get into political, standoffs, right? It's a big me thing.
Yeah.
And I can't ever get into that mindset because I've not, but been secondary when it comes to doing community work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't help people. Like I'm not going to go out and help a homeless person and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want the views or the likes. I want that person to have something to eat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple years ago at my old apartment, I think it was like on Christmas Eve, so already pretty emotional. I was sitting outside at my car, just kind of hanging out, and there was a field next door, and there was a homeless person there, and he was okay because we would give him something to eat or give him something to drink. He was fine, and then somebody pulled up, and a little kid gets out, and the mom hands him a bag, and she says, "Go give this to him," and she's recording it. And as the kid's walking over, I start yelling at the lady. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck why are you recording this man? In his most vulnerable moment, you're recording your son giving him something to eat just so you can post it online? And she's like, oh
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna show his dad. I'm like, his dad doesn't need to see it. You can tell him about it later. Like, get the heck out of here. Like I went
Wow.
off on this
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah. No, it is dehumanizing. I mean, really, people need to get used, or we need to be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes, right? That's
Absolutely.
something I think we've lost. I don't know how, but it's just like, the number one thing I always say about homeless people is like, what would your state of mind be if you didn't sleep a one night, I don't sleep
Yeah.
like 4 hours and I'm cranky and I'm bitchy and then it's like it's a whole thing. I can't even imagine like night after night trying to find
Yeah.
someplace to sleep. It would drive me insane.
It is
And
not fun. I grew up very, very poor. So we were moving apartments every 6 or 7 months.
yeah.
And there'd be times where, it would just be me and my mom and, my little sister it was taken care of, which is great. But sometimes it'd be just me and my mom and we'd have to sleep in the car for a couple weeks. Or
Wow.
there was a whole year when we were living in motels.
Uh-huh.
Like
Whole
I've slept
year,
in,
bro.
yeah, a whole year. Like I have no memory of it. The memories, when you're that young, things just kind of
Yeah.
get wiped out. But there's a whole year of just living in motels. I've slept in parks before because we didn't have anywhere else to go. Like I understand how bad it can be. And the last thing like I want to do is make anybody in that position feel any less than they already feel. They're out
Yeah.
there beating themselves up, for something that they can't help.
Yeah.
So it's like I would never ever want to make anybody feel that like shit. Like excuse me, but
No,
I would
you
never
can.
want to. I'm never. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that to someone.
I think it was the mayor of Denver or some politician in Colorado that she was actually going, or maybe I'm just confusing. There's so many politicians. They were actually going and sleeping once a week in various homeless shelters to see what the experience was and to see how they can improve it themselves. I thought that was very admirable. And honestly, when I saw that warehouse with Jesse Armendariz and Aquanetta Warren, I was like, oh, okay, hey, maybe y'all could try this out and improve on it. And that's when I realized that you couldn't comment on the video.
It's so frustrating. I see
Yeah.
these videos and I want to say something. I have DMs where I've sent to the Fontana page and they stop replying because they used to reply. but I have DMs where I just comment in the DM because you can't comment on the page, and I want to comment so bad. The YouTube page used to have comments open. Now the comments are closed,
I
but the
hate that.
dislike button still works.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd be smashing that dislike button.
Yeah, exactly. And but they took
Yeah.
away the ratio for us and we can't see it anymore.
I
But
know.
well,
But
that's just my own personal thing, but
yeah, it still helps. I don't know.
all right, Ben. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Any shout outs or any final words you like to say?
I don't know. I like just be nice to each other. You know what I mean? We're all fighting for the same thing. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense to want to fight each other.
Yeah.
We should all be working together.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I want to say.
Yeah. Big agree. Thank you, Ben Vasquez, for coming on. Really appreciate it. We'll check in if you'll come back on stream. I'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I wish you best of luck. Campaign is in November, right? I mean, election is in November, right? Yeah. So
Happy late Pride.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
I know.
Yes,
It still
it's-
feels like
it-
Pride, but
It does. It does. I mean, I know you're trying to get out of here, but
no, it's
really
okay.
quick. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that. I switched screens. No, I've every Pride I always try to like I posted a video about Sylvia Rivera, and I don't think Sylvia gets enough attention. Marsha deserves attention. Absolutely, Marsha deserves
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
But I think Sylvia is the Thea we need to be talking about. I adore Sylvia,
love
and I
that.
will tell everybody about her. And my gay little heart is always so in just full of love whenever I talk about Sylvia.
Wait,
I love
homie,
Sylvia.
you said your gay little heart. Happy Pride back?
Oh yeah, happy Pride.
Hell
Yeah. Super gay.
Oh, I wouldn't have known, homie. All right.
Really?
All
Oh,
right, I'm happy.
I don't have my pride flag up.
All right, that's cool. LGBT, we got this. Happy Pride.
Protect the
still Pride.
dolls.
Yes, exactly. All right, thank
Okay.
you so much for coming on. I wish you the best. Thank you, Ben. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That was Ben Vasquez. What a cool man. Cool dude. That was a great conversation. I feel like we could have continued talking about politics and whatever else philosophical. But that was great. His opponent, Mr. Roberts, that's crazy. We'll have to look into that. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to leave it here today. I know I said I was going to talk about more stuff, but it's just late in the day and I got stuff to do. So let me play the music out. Oh crap, let me fix this. Also it's like really hot, bro. It's just a hot summer day. Okay, there we go. We got the music on. So big shout out to Ben again. We got him in chat now. We got Skating Pig. Love that. So yeah, I really need to get on to editing some of these videos down into a shorter thing, and I will get on that. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. Hit the like button on this video. It really helps out. Spread the word as much as you can. And thank you for joining me. I will be back next week. I know today is Thursday. We'll see if we can stream tomorrow. It's going to be a busy weekend with the 4th of July and everything. So yeah, throw the placentas into the chat, I guess. And have a good one, everyone. I really appreciate y'all. Peace out.
1, 2, 3, 8.
You always got some super fly shit. How much you got?
More than you need.